So what's up, guys? This is actually gonna be a little bit different of a video. This is my one week review. I bought the Galaxy Z Fold 3. I actually have to go get the screen replaced next week because that $564 for the screen. But I have an appointment to go get that fixed next week. But today's video is actually going to be on two phone services, one of which I will keep and the other one I will not, probably. But that will be until the end of the month, because where I'm going at the end of this month is going to be Wyoming. I'm going to be there for the day, and one of these services will not work there, the other one does. So but I'll be taking a trip to Wyoming around the end of this month. Anyway, so this is the Galaxy Z Fold 3. It's not a review on this because it's been out for a minute. When I get the Z Fold 5, I will be getting that phone. This is a review of Mint Mobile and Visible. So Mint Mobile is owned by by T-Mobile. Visible is by Verizon, as you guys can see. I don't know, it's not focusing on that. On it. Let's try this out. Sometimes you can get it to focus by doing that. Okay, so you can't. So currently in this building, I have 3 bars of Visible and 5 bars of Mint. So with the Mint, I'm on the $15 plan, which gives you 4 gigabytes unlimited talk, text, data, all that, or on the 4 gigabytes of data. Not ultra wideband, but C-band. With Visible, I'm on the $45 a month plan, which gives you unlimited talk, text, and unlimited data with 50 gigabytes of deprioritized data, which means when you're on these MVNOs, which is a mobile virtual network operator, versus when you're on an MVO, which would be T-Mobile, the actual brand name T-Mobile, or Verizon, or AT&T. Those are the big 3. Essentially what happens is these smaller companies rent tower space from the bigger companies, and that's how you get your service. So what happens is like, let's just say on T-Mobile for Mint, if you live in a congested area, or you're at a concert, or anywhere where there's high traffic for that provider, you get deprioritized, which means your speeds get slowed down so that their main customers don't experience any sort of throttling. One of the downsides to being on an MVNO, but you save a lot of money. For instance, when I was at Monster Jam we had thousands of people around us. I was not getting I was not getting full speeds, but the people I was with, being Verizon and AT&T main customers, were getting full speeds. I was getting throttled, which happens, So anyway, unless you see both services are on the same phone, that's another thing. They both offer physical and eSIM, both of which the Galaxy Fold 3 is capable of running 2 services at one time. I would say, just from the areas that I go to, the Visible actually performs a little bit better than the Mint Mobile does, except for one area, but I only go there twice a week, so it doesn't really too bad. It's not really too bad. But at either of my other jobs, the Visible one actually works a lot better than it does at my main job. They both work just fine. At either of my other jobs, because they're in the same area of that neighborhood, kind of get throttled a little bit, or not throttled, but it's not a great service area for T-Mobile. But Visible, I get it, you know, it works great. Comparing the two, like I said, if you're on the $25 plan, or 35 actually now, for Visible, whatever, or 30, but you get the $5 off if you subscribe to AutoPay. And same with the 45, I pay 40 because I subscribe to AutoPay. They're not the same 5G. They both do offer 5G, but T-Mobile's is C-band or mid-band, whereas the Visible is on Verizon network, which is ultra-wideband. But that's the problem, is ultra-wideband doesn't work great inside of buildings. It can't penetrate walls or anything. It's very, very short wave. It's great. I mean, honestly, I'm using that as my primary SIM right now. I'll take the Wi-Fi off, and you will see when you run the Ocala speed test, you're going to see the results you get. Or see where it says Visible right there. You're going to see the insane speeds you get, and this is on a mobile network. So right now we're working up to 260. It's going to hit over 300 for up. And then here in a minute, this is the download speeds, which is high. We're at, well, not high, but right now it's not. Midday, I'm probably getting throttled, so I'm at, you know, 1 megabit per second or whatever. I'm probably getting throttled because it's midday. And if I switch over to Mint, make that my primary my primary SIM for a second, you're gonna see that I'll get different results. So 336 down, 0.93 up. With Mint, sometimes it has a little bit of trouble connecting. But in the meantime, I'm probably going to stick with Visible. So, like I said, the services aren't as good as it is with Mint in some places. All right, here we go. Here we go. So we're at 250 is about what we're going to hit. Download speeds for Mint are going to be terrible. Or the upload speeds, I mean, are going to be terrible. It's going to be worse than probably than the last one was. See, we're not even hitting, we're not even pinging. So like, oh, barely 0.23 or 0.3 or whatever. So we're definitely getting throttled there. 0.30 megabits per second. But you know, with traveling around a little bit, I think Visible is going to be more sort of what I need. And even if I upgrade the Mint plan, it's not going to do anything because you're still getting C-band 5G. So with that said, comparing the two, now running two services on your phone does tend to kill your battery really, really badly, but you can imagine that it would. You're running two phone services. But for what I need, for what's good for me, for the price, I think I'm probably gonna stick with Visible Wireless, which is under the Verizon network, and we'll just sort of see where it goes from here. I'm not gonna do that till the end of the month because I said I'm going to Wyoming, and I want to make sure that either one of them, you know, when you run them off the same phone, you can call forward between them. So if somebody calls one line, it doesn't ring, it'll forward it to the next line for you. And that's just my usage. I gotta charge this phone, but I'm not gonna do so at work anyway because I'm gonna be at work for 8 hours. I'm gonna take this phone and the one I'm recording off of, charge them both up while I'm at work. But like I said, for what I need, for my needs, for what works for me, I think it's going to have to be Visible Wireless, just because, yeah, you don't get as many bars of service, but the service you do get, at least for me in this area, tends to outperform what T-Mobile or Mint Mobile is giving me. So with that said, I'm going to end this video, and you guys have a good day. I will have a review on these a little bit later. These bitty sticks, they're little single-use vape pens. I use them often, but I do use them sometimes. Just some really stressful points in life, I tend to revert back to vaping, so I don't go back to smoking later.